Hello, it's your girl, Miss Platinum Status, coming to you with another video. Happy New Year! Yes, I do have my oxygen on in this video. That is not because I'm not feeling well. I'm actually feeling pretty good today. I've got plenty of rest over the holiday and everything like that. But the reason I have my oxygen on is because I want to let you in on a little secret. My little secret is I have pulmonary fibrosis. I'm supposed to wear my oxygen 100% of the time, but I only wear it about, I'm going to be real honest, 75% of the time. I was diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis in 2009 when I was pregnant with my daughter. During that pregnancy, I had a lot of complications with my lungs. I was diagnosed with pneumonia a couple times, and then I just had problems keeping my oxygen stats up. So I spent a lot of time in the hospital during that pregnancy. Pulmonary fibrosis is scar tissue in the lungs. So I have scar tissue in the bases of both of my lungs, which causes me to baseline at about 87-88% on room air. They want you to be at 92, and I don't make it there on my own, so I'm supposed to wear my oxygen 100% of the time. I have a POC, which is a portable oxygen concentrator, and I also have a large concentrator here at my house. And what the concentrator does is it turns room air into oxygen, sends it through the hose and into my nose. So yes, they tested me for pulmonary fibrosis in 2009 by way of a lung biopsy. It's a pretty dangerous procedure, especially when you're pregnant. But they put me under anesthesia and used a scope to go down and cut a piece of my lung tissue. And then they tested it and discovered that the baselines of my lungs were scarred. And they said that the reason, this is what I was told, the reason for the scarring in my lungs was because as a child dealing with sickle cell disease, I had a lot of bouts with pneumonia and acute chest syndrome. So that left my lungs scarred. I later found out from a lung doctor that partly or mostly the cause of my pulmonary fibrosis came from iron overload. I've been iron overloaded for a very long time, and it wasn't until 2015 that my hematologist started me on a medication called Jadanu, which is an iron chelation medicine that helps you to excrete the excess iron that you carry around in your blood from blood transfusions. And I must say that since starting Jadanu, I have been feeling a lot better. I still sometimes get winded, and I still have issues because I still have sickle cell. It ain't going nowhere. But unloading some of that iron has really helped me to feel better, have more energy, and sleep better at night, and things of that nature. So I take Jadanu. I take about 1,080 milligrams a day. That's 360 milligram pills per night. I take them at nighttime because they do kind of make me a little tired. But yeah, that's my little secret. I have pulmonary fibrosis, and I'm supposed to wear my oxygen 100% of the time. I don't like taking pictures with my oxygen on. I don't like being on video with my oxygen on. That's something that I'm working on. I just don't want to accept the fact that this is a part of my life, and that it doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. But that is the case. And when I don't have my oxygen on and I need it, I can definitely feel a difference. I feel lightheaded, I feel dizzy, I feel extremely tired. My eyes get gray or yellow, and my body starts to feel bad. So only a few people, mostly family members and some friends, know that I have to wear oxygen often. And so now everybody that is subscribed to my YouTube channel knows too. So thank you for the support. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in to these videos. And I hope that by watching that you are being informed and educated on sickle cell disease. As I said before, if there are any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments and let me know. And just try my best to enlighten you all on different things that can go on. There is a thing called pulmonary hypertension, and I was tested for that in 2017, but I don't have pulmonary hypertension. I do have pulmonary fibrosis. Pulmonary fibrosis cannot be cured, and it's not going to heal itself. It's scar tissue, and there's nothing I can do about it. When I found out about me having pulmonary fibrosis, I did a little research on the internet. Had me scared out of my mind, because one article that I read said that people with pulmonary fibrosis have a lifespan of 5 years. Completely broke my heart, because I had just had a baby. And I said to myself, if I had known that I was only going to live for 5 years, I would have never brought, a child into this world. I felt like that was a selfish decision to make if I knew I had another life-threatening illness on top of sickle cell. But look at God. I'm here almost 10 years later, still with pulmonary fibrosis and still with sickle cell, and just wearing my oxygen as often as I need to, and trying to educate my followers on sickle cell disease as well as pulmonary fibrosis. I said in my first video that I believe God, and I do. I believe God to be a healer. I mean, look at the longevity that I've had of those articles that I've read that said that I'm not supposed to be here. I always believe the report of God over doctors. I don't take a lot of prescription medicine. I do take Jadenu, and I do take my pain medicine when I need it. But for the most part, I'm researching herbs and different things, listening to holistic doctors that are telling me about different things that I can eat, different ways to change my diet to help me to have a better quality of life. And for the most part, those things have been very beneficial to me. I can say this about pulmonary fibrosis, is that although there's no cure for it, and although there's no way of repairing the scar tissue that's in my lungs, I can expand my lung capacity, or I can exercise the part of the lungs that I still have use of. I can exercise that part and make that part stronger, which will help me to not be so winded, and help me to maybe even get up to 90% on room air and stuff like that. So those are things that I am working on to help myself to have a better quality of life. Prayers are always welcome. And just so you know that iron overload does come with a wide range of symptoms and things that can go wrong. So if there's something that you with sickle cell have been diagnosed with and you're not understanding how, have your doctor, your hematologist check your iron. If you're like me and you have blood transfusions often, definitely have your iron, my doctor calls it ferritin, have your ferritin levels checked to see if there's a possibility of iron overload, so that way it doesn't cause damage to your organs, vital organs like your lungs or your liver or your kidneys or even your brain. So definitely have those things checked out. And sometimes if you feel like you're in the hospital and you don't need a blood transfusion, it's okay to refuse it. It's okay to refuse. It's okay to say no. I don't want a blood transfusion. I don't need a blood transfusion. You know, sometimes that's not the cure-all. Sometimes a blood transfusion can make you feel worse rather than making you feel better. But yes, that's all I have for today. I love you guys to life, and I thank you so much for tuning in to this YouTube channel and learning and growing with me in regards to education on sickle cell. Thank you so much for watching this video. Oh, I wanted to say, I know in my videos I'm always rocking a ponytail and a purple t-shirt. First of all, purple is my favorite color, so that ain't going nowhere. But I'm gonna get dolled up for y'all one day, I promise. I'm gonna do the doggone thing. If you look at my pictures in the back or my little profile picture, whatever you see, it can happen. So this ain't no everyday for me. It's just been a recently for me. So stay tuned, stick with me, and continue to support. Have your friends and family members subscribe as well. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to let Miss Platinum Status know, and your girl will get your questions answered. Have a blessed evening, and again, Happy New Year.